Get ready for the Smackdown. Get ready for the Smackdown.
Hey posers, welcome to this week's Smackdown review. But I have to address something before I get into that. Wrestling fans 777777. Just because I took a hiatus, you thought that you could come back? You thought you could get out of our contract? I don't think so. You may have intimidated the block. You don't intimidate me. So you know what? You bring it on. Whatever loophole you found to come back, whatever. Vince McMahon's probably come up with better loopholes than you. I'll take you down again. But, moving on to the Smackdown review, I'd first off like to thank our new subscribers, Quality Music Company and Zamario. Speaking of Zamario, you guys have got to check out this guy's videos. He does reviews of Raw and SmackDown that I've seen so far. And he actually has the clips from the show playing behind him. It is awesome. I think it's incredible. And so, check him out. I'll put a link in the description box. I think it's down here now. And just subscribe. He does a pretty good job. So, check him out. Alright, going into SmackDown is in my backyard of Manchester, New Hampshire. We start off with an intro promo with Vicky and Teddy. You know, they're doing Money in the Bank promo for the new concept, even though it's been at WrestleMania for the past 6 years. They say that that they're going to be watching talent. They're going to get, you know, qualify people for the Money in the Bank at Money in the Bank. Then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre comes in and he says, just because the Charmin's gone, and then Teddy interrupts him and says, you know what? I have full creative control of SmackDown. I can do what I want. I'm reinstating Matt Hardy, and you have a match tonight with Matt Hardy. That's right, Teddy. Show that little Scottish bastard who's boss. So then we go to the intro, and then we come in right into the first match. Match number 1, which is Big Show versus Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger's coming down to the ring during his intro saying, oh, what happened at Fatal 4-Way wasn't fair. I've filed a complaint with WWE, blah, blah, blah. Get in line with Owen Hart's wife. So, you know, it was a decent match. I gave it 2 out of 5 Black Rangers. It was kind of okay. The match was okay itself. The Big Show did a nice superplex on Swagger on the top rope, and then Swagger reversed the chokeslam into a ankle lock in true Kurt Angle style, but then he wouldn't let it go, so Swagger got himself DQ'd, and he kept it. And Big Show then, of course, was selling the ankle injury after going, I mean, for real, seriously, dude, you're the largest athlete in the world, and you're gonna be crying in the middle of the ring, man. Swagger looks kind of powerful after this, so I guess they're pushing him to get a rematch against Rey Mysterio, Money in the Bank. Go right into the second match. Kurt Hawkins, Vance Archer, and Dolph Ziggler versus MVP Christian and Kofi Kingston, the IC champion. This was the match of the night, in my opinion. It was a great match. Most of the time through this match, I felt like I was watching like the Cruiserweights from '97 in WCW. There was there was one point where MVP did a springboard splash over the top rope to the outside, and then Kofi did a suicide dive right after that, and then Christian did a running dropkick through the bottom ropes on Kurt Hawkins. These guys are great competitors, and they did a great job on this match. Towards the end, it was actually really good. It was Christian and Dolph Ziggler going back and forth. Dolph went for a zigzag on Christian. Christian held onto the ropes and reversed the zigzag. Christian then hit the kill switch. Engage. 1, 2, 3. Christian, MVP, and Kofi Kingston are your winners. I gave this match a 4 out of 5 Yellow Rangers. Match of the night. Great match. It had decent time, and these are 6 great competitors. So next we go to a backstage promo with Kane, where he says that he's going to cut the head off of the SES, which is CM Punk tonight, so there's a match between them tonight. And yeah, so I don't know about that. Alright, so we go to match 3. Drew McIntyre versus Matt Hardy. I was kind of looking forward to this match, seeing Matt Hardy back in action, but when Matt Hardy walked out, all I could think of, dude, hit the gym. I mean, now I know why they call him Fat Hardy. I mean, I get it, he's really great with the fans and all that, but really? Dude, you need to do some crunches. Oh, man. One thing I was disappointed about this match was that it was a pretty good match, don't get me wrong, but it seemed like Drew McIntyre carried the whole thing. Matt Hardy was on his back most of the match. Towards the end, I mean, they went outside for a while, they were beating up each other on the outside. Drew hit, actually when they were in the ring, Drew hit a modified Michinoku driver in the middle of, like, topped off the top rope and hit him with that Michinoku driver in the middle of the ring. Pretty impressive, actually. And then Matt Hardy also hit a very impressive belly-to-back suplex off the top rope. So, as I said, McIntyre just carried this match. The one part that Matt Hardy did have that I liked was when they were outside the ring, Matt Hardy was laying on the ring steps like he did when Drew originally stepped on his head. But then Drew went up there to step on his head again, and Matt Hardy just sweeped his legs right under him. McIntyre came down flat on his back on the steel steps. That was great. Towards the end, McIntyre got a little more inertia, but then out of nowhere, Matt Hardy hits the twist of fate and gets the 1-2-3. I gave this match a 3 out of 5 Green Rangers. It had good time, pretty good action. I just was kind of disappointed with Matt Hardy. Sorry, Matt. And you're one of my faves, too. Alright, next we had an in-ring promo with Cody Rhodes and his NXT rookie Husky Harris, where basically he's getting a gimmick change where now he's the dashing Cody Rhodes. He went on forever about how good he was looking. The Divas did a poll, and Cody Rhodes was the most handsome WWE superstar, beating John Cena, Randy Orton. I think Hornswoggle was on there. I don't know. But John Cena and Randy Orton were on there, and it's like Cody Rhodes was apparently the most handsome wrestler in the back with the Divas. I can't complain. That's pretty good, actually. I'd love it if Kelly and Tiffany voted me most handsome. I just don't want to see him in the ring. Anyway, so he went on for a while. He made fun of some people on ringside like Tony Chimmel and Todd Grisham. Can't blame him for that. And he just went on for a while. That was it. It was a pretty good promo, though. Alrighty. Next, then, we go to the back with a backstage promo with Vicky and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler walks up and he says, you know what? I've been giving and giving and giving in this relationship. It's time for you to give back. I want an IC title match against Kofi. And Money in the Bank. Let's see what happens. I like it. Match 4 was Rosa Mendez versus Kelly Kelly. I gave this 0 out of 5 Pink Rangers, because all that happened was Rosa was jump roping in the ring, and then she went to put her jump rope on the turnbuckle, turns around Kelly hits her with the K2 leg drop famouser, and gets the pin. LayCool tries to, like, she throws a jump rope at LayCool. LayCool goes in the ring, then Tiffany gets in the ring. My girl, Tiff. And then they back off. Nothing really incredibly special there. We go to a break. We come back to a promo for a new superstar named Alberto Del Rio. And he says he refuses to lie. He says everyone else in a world that lies, he refuses to lie. That's your gimmick? You refuse to lie? Yeah, we'll have to, I mean, and he's a Spanish wrestler or a Mexican wrestler or something, so I don't know, we'll have to see what happens there. Alrighty, the main event, ladies and gentlemen. CM Punk versus Kane in a no disqualification matchup. Well, this was actually a pretty good match. And for a no DQ match, this was pretty good for WWE. A lot of action outside. Actually, most of the action was outside the ring. I don't think there was any action in the ring. They go outside. Kane's beating the mess out of CM Punk. Luke Gallows comes out and starts to beat on Kane, and then Kane just beats the mess out of Gallows. The Masked Man comes out and he tries. Kane beats him up. Serena? Yeah, Serena comes out, and she's, trying to guard the Masked Man. Finally, the SES gets the numbers game on Kane and beats the crap out of him. Kane, they start doing body splash while he's on the guardrail. They start doing body splashes on him. When CM Punk goes to do a body splash on him, Kane backdrops him, beats the crap out of the masked guy. Speaking of which, when are we going to find out who this masked guy is? He actually wears a mask now and, no shirt and pants. I can't tell who this guy is. I mean, I think it's Mr. America. But anyway, if anyone knows who this guy is, I haven't seen anything, but I haven't looked too hard. But if anyone knows, drop me a comment. Anyway, so CM Punk gets back body dropped over into the ring bell area. Then Kane beats up Luke Gallows and the masked guy, and then CM Punk tries to escape through the crowd. Kane follows him to the back. Then Luke Gallows also gets chokeslammed through the commentary table. As I said, it was a pretty good no DQ match. There weren't many weapons though. But once they got to the back, it was pretty fun because then Kane scoop slammed CM Punk through a merge table. Then he threw him through some kind of other table. Then he knocked him outside the arena, and this is where the crappy end comes, of course. They couldn't have got a 1-2-3 on it. CM Punk goes running through the parking lot, running through the streets of Manchester, and then Todd Grisham says, The Straight Edge Society is gone for the foreseeable future. What, CM Punk's gonna wander the streets of Manchester until he comes back? He can get on a flight and get to the next venue, moron. So, it was a pretty crappy end, but it was a decent match. I gave it 3 out of 5 Red Rangers. So, what did I give SmackDown this week? It was kind of hard because there was a 4 out of 5, there were a couple 3 out of 5s, but the 0 out of 5 Pink Ranger really hurt it. So I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 Blue Rangers for this week's SmackDown. So, anyway, I'm Grumpy Cheeto. Thank you for tuning in for my SmackDown review. Wrestling fan, I'm watching you. Bring it. And I'm Grumpy Cheeto, and I am